Hey guys, welcome to On the Beat weekly podcast. On the Beat is all about giving young people a voice. We explore all the interesting topics that affect us in the world today. So come, listen, enjoy, and be inspired.
Yo, this is Brent Balfour on the Beat, and I have a special guest in the house. Brian, what's up, bro?
Everything is cool. Good day, everybody. Good day.
Alright, cool. So the day was busy for you. I know it's a busy weekend.
Yeah. The day was busy. And the place busy too. The place busy.
To take time off in a busy atmosphere. I mean, I give thanks to that.
Anytime, man.
Alright. So Brian is in the house. Brian is a Form 5 teacher, and the reason why we invite Brian in this set is because we are talking about exams today, and we are talking about young people if they are still confident in their future. So, Brian, in the experiences you have had with young people, especially the leading up to exams, because exams is just now, for some of your all of your students actually.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What kind of mode they are in right now? Mood.
Mood.
Yeah, mood.
Talking about mood. So far from my observation, students are, my students and students I interacted with during the time there, they are just in a kind of go slow, you know? Kind of go slow. I don't think a lot of them are aware, the position they are at the moment, they're at the exam phase. There are students who are aware, but majority of the students I've interacted with are just buying time. A lot of them during the pandemic working and stuff like that. So they are taken away from academic school, what's happening in there, how to write exams, that kind of vibe. So that's the students I interact with on a daily basis. Now there are students who are driven, motivated as usual. They have their set goals to accomplish, but the students I interact with here, they are not motivated. Their interest it seems to be elsewhere.
So what might be taking their interest though? Is it because of these situations of COVID or lifestyle at home? What?
Yeah, there are a lot of factors such as lifestyle at home, situations at home. Some students have to, go out there and look for $1 a day, and that's just the truth. Some of us don't like to hear that factor.
Yeah.
But that's one major factor. Students providing for themselves, students working, and then you have where during the pandemic where we had that synchronous interaction with students, not having devices, students are being left behind.
Yeah.
And in that, in turn affects them mentally, in terms of confidence, and having the advantages. They lack the advantages of being there in the face-to-face environment.
So then we tend to, those who we teach or those who we mentor, right?
Yeah.
We tend to state statements like, for example, you must be excited about your future, or you got your whole life ahead of you, or your future is so bright. Watch how much potential they have. We tend to say these type of things to them, but most times it goes on deaf ears.
Yeah.
Right? And
yes, it does.
Is it because the students don't believe what we believe in?
Well, sometimes you could stand up in front of a audience, a student, a body of students, and you say those things, but it wouldn't really reach some of them because the situation is much more than just coming up there and trying to motivate them. Some students it will, but motivations tend to happen at that bring there where a teacher or someone might come and give a nice word, but after hour or two or a day after, that motivation tends to just go into the air. So it has to be constant, and students have to get a real life experience on what it is that you're saying. And sometimes the environment they're in, they need to come out of the environment to see, oh, this is what I'm saying, this is what Sir's saying, this is what is there in life that I wasn't seeing all the time, not just the environment that they're comfortable in or the environment that they experience now, So, motivation, and just to add, motivation helps. I'm not saying it doesn't help, but when you see like you're talking to a student and they're not really hearing, or you find, well, hey, don't take me on, boy. It's deeper now, and if it's deeper, and you have to kind of more or less try to see what else I could do to help this student.
Yeah, because most of these students right now, especially Form 5 students or even Form 6 students, or we could go as far as tertiary education students.
Yes.
They stuck between the past and the future. Because they're in the transition mode of from being a child to becoming an adult.
Adult.
You understand? So now they kind of confused in the aspect of, I can't really depend. Now I have to try to be independent, but how to know what direction of my future to take and all those sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So
true.
It's a real trying time. So let me ask you this: does youths fear exams, or they fear the results of the exam?
Both. They fear exams a lot, especially if a teacher would guide, and this is what coming, that is what coming, and a student not too confident in the subject, they know that they fault in different areas, or generally, some students have that anxiety for exams. But I think both, even a student who's not performing well, a student who's not interested, that day that they're going for their certificate or to see their results, there's some level of discomfort, even embarrassment that they would personally deal with in their own little corner, because they know, hey, wait, this time reach and I really going and get nothing here. I do,
so they foresee in the result or something.
They foresee that because it reach on the doorstep then, because it's something that teachers talk about from Form 1 to Form 5. But they have to go and say, hey, check the results up. And you only went to 2-3 exams, and you didn't put in that effort.
Yeah.
Even in the students who didn't intend to perform well, they also, have that kind of disappointment as well about the exams, about results. But I think the both of them, some students are confident on the exams, so it's not that pressure on them, that amount of pressure. And then teachers have different strategies that they use to introduce students to the exam. They do past papers, so some students go into the exam really confident and will be worried about the results in the long run. Hey, I don't know about this question. The students say this, but so it's be a whole big bubble of excitement and confusion, and so it is be a time to enjoy as well, because there's a phase in their life that important now.
But most young people, well, there's the perception. Most young people live for the now instead of live for the future.
True.
But in today's society, seeing that especially the future seems to be bleak, because prices rising, jobs not available, or their careers not readily available to them as how it was available for us back then. Can the future impact the exam, the performance of the exam? So therefore, can the lack of vision for their own future have an impact on their current exam?
Yeah, for sure. It would have an impact, because without a vision, without a goal, a student might be a student might be performing really well, but the drive, you know, the motivation that they and the student just kind of more or less just breeze through the system, and you know, that student could have, you know, gotten a scholarship, move on to Form 6, you know, and have a straight path that they know, hey, this is where I'm going.
Right.
But, you know, given the environment, the situation that's happening worldwide and in the country as well, you know, those things affect students, you know, and then also exposure as well would also, you know, how much exposure students have to know, well, what careers it have, you know, where I could go in Trinidad or where I could go out of Trinidad.
Exactly.
You know, who motivated me? Somebody help me. I want to know, you know. And sometimes, you know, students need that motivation. They don't, not all the time, you know, they go looking for it, but sometimes persons come and, you know, they motivate them and take them in and share knowledge, and, you know, that helps. That helps, you know, with getting a foot on the ground and say, all right, Brent, talk to me about this.
Yeah.
I like this. This is where I go in. And you see that students have to run and can't stop them because, you know, you help them to see what they
see a glimpse of the future. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So, lastly, is there any hope for the current students that you're teaching?
Yeah, there is, and there will always be that level of hope for students, and you see it. Yeah, you have experienced a student, right, coming to school late.
Mm-hmm.
Everything messed up. They literally come to school and you say, wait, boy, this student could have been ABC. This student good enough. I know the student reading good, writing, everything.
Yeah.
But the student just not motivated. They just, and they come to school late and so on. And when they move on and they have to go now, and as we could use the word, they have to go out and hustle. I'll just use that word. And you would see they will get up to go and work in a security firm. They will get up 4 o'clock in the morning. They'll get up 5 to reach where they're going. Because at that point now, maturity, and there's not everybody, but maturity is forced upon them. They'll have to, you know, the situations and so on. And because they have no choice, they tend to adapt and, all right, this is what I have to do. And all right. And sometimes they go on and they say, all right, I'm going to do my little subjects, and they end up getting a late start. Well, not a late start, but they rejuvenate that late in their life, and you know they still could come out to be something. Tomorrow is the first day of the rest of our lives. So even though today, tomorrow, you know, I'm going to try my best, and a lot of them take that road, you know. It mightn't be the way we set it to get all your passes now and start it early, you know.
Exactly.
Some of them don't see it. So I believe there's hope, and I see where students make the adjustments later on. Now, I would encourage students for that to be the way, but I know in terms of hope, I know that there are hope for them in the future.
Yeah, I
given
believe
that type of attitude, yeah.
Exactly,
they want to make it work.
Because back then we learned of having 5-year goals or 3-year goals for our lives, and pursuing our dreams no matter what, and we have steps to pursue our dreams. But in today's society, because everything is like, just throw everything up in the air and see what lands or see what sticks. It's like a future that is unknown, and sometimes it's so hard to motivate the young people to focus and to say, don't worry. If you're studying to be a doctor, there would be a doctor post there waiting for you. If you're studying to be an engineer, don't worry. You'll get through with that and so on.
The faith.
The faith. And that they won't lose sight of the many people who losing their jobs. Those who are master's degrees and so on can't even get a job and so on. I hope that they won't look at that. Anyway, so that comes to the end of our podcast. But before I let you go, who are you backing this weekend? Bucks have to play who?
Heat.
Whoa! No, that is the first. That is the first wrong. Bucks.
Yes, I think that's the first wrong. You know. That's not the first wrong.
Let me look. No, Heat gonna have to play. Heat is number one, not so.
Yeah, I think Heat is number one.
All right, let me look it up. So he's a big Bucks fan.
Bucks / Antetokounmpo fan. Yeah.
Right.
So
all right.
Yeah. Bucks first.
So Bucks will be playing Bulls, boy.
Oh, Bulls.
Yeah.
I thought it was Heat, yes?
Nah, they go play Heat the next rounds or something, depending on how things flow. Yeah, Bucks will be playing the Bulls. Heat playing the winner between Cavs and Hawks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Between Cavs and Hawks.
Yeah, the winner between that. And
Okay.
right now is a Celtics Nets showdown, boy.
Celtic Nets, Kyrie Irving, boy.
I feel Celtics will beat them enough.
Yeah.
Celtics are running.
Yeah, they're running.
Celtics are running. Well, Brian, thanks for coming on. Thanks for
no problem.
spending time on this busy Thursday afternoon, right? So we will link up, and I pray that your students actually succeed in life.
Yes, I as well.
All
Pray
right,
for them.
Yes, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to On the Beat podcast. Feel free to share, follow, and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. Stay blessed, everyone.